It would not be Halloween without the return of Halloween Havoc. Yes, tonight is NXT 2.0's Halloween Havoc 2021. Welcome to the Angle Podcast prediction and preview show for that event, NXT 2.0 Halloween Havoc 2021. As always, I'm your host, Joey Karni, and I would like to keep this very short, very sweet, and to the point. We're going to jump into everything that's happening tonight at NXT's Halloween Havoc, the return of the great event that we all know and love. Now, we have some great matches on the card tonight, all for championships, might I add, and all having stipulations. We know that NXT likes to bring back old pay-per-views. We've seen the Great American Bash. We've seen Halloween Havoc before, but this year in particular, it is the first event of the new branding of NXT 2.0. So I think everyone will be showing up and showing out, and this will be a great night. So let's start talking about one of the matches in particular I'm looking forward to. It is for the NXT Tag Team Championship. MSK defends against Imperium, and they will spin the wheel to see what kind of stipulation will be in this match. I believe that's the there will be, yeah, it says they were going to spin the wheel, so I'm not sure what exactly that means, if we're going to have a stipulation or if it'll be a normal match. But I'm predicting that MSK will walk away and still the NXT Tag Team Champions. Now, MSK have been in the headlines as of late, some controversy regarding them. Nothing that they did in particular. But all that stuff I hope isn't true. That is being said. As to why they're being booed, I don't believe that. I've questioned this myself for a long time. Why is this team being booed? They're so great. They're so over and they're so popular. But whatever reason, they got booed. But I don't believe they should be. This is why I believe that tonight we're going to be seeing MSK retaining their tag team championship. Now, the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship, I believe, is going to steal the entire show. We have a triple threat Scareway to Hell ladder match, which basically it's a ladder match, for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. We have the current champions, Io Shirai and Zoe Stark, defending their titles against Toxic Attractions, Gigi Dolan and JC Jane, and the newly formed duo of Indy Hartwell and her best friend Persia. Now, we haven't really seen much of Persia yet. We haven't really seen Indy and Persia together as a team, only a little bit here and there. We know what to expect from Toxic Attraction, and we really do know what to expect from the current champions. But I don't think tonight will be the night where the champions retain. I think that we're going to see new champions in Toxic Attractions, Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. I think it's about time that they hold some gold. While their leader, Mandy Rose, is in the Women's Championship match later in the evening. I think that this team is going to walk away and new Women's Tag Team Champions. Now, another match on the card I want to talk about is for the NXT Women's Championship. And this is a spin the wheel, make a deal match where there will be a stipulation added. We don't know what it is. Raquel Gonzalez defends against Toxic Attraction's leader, Mandy Rose. This new version of Mandy Rose is getting extremely positive feedback. The fans are loving it. I'm loving it. I think that she's just proving herself that she's not just a pretty face, that she can go in the ring. She's a badass. New hair and new moveset, new everything. Mandy Rose is ready for the spotlight, but I don't think it'll be enough tonight to crown her as the new NXT Women's Champion. I think that Raquel Gonzalez will retain her title over Mandy Rose, continuing this lead of a great, one of the best so far in NXT as women's champions. We have to talk about also, there is a masked character that we don't know who it is, who will be making their face known, making their presence known tonight at NXT 2.0 Halloween Havoc. So we don't know if that'll be tied into the women's championship match. We don't know what's going to happen. But in this match in particular, Raquel and Mandy are going to spin the wheel, make a deal for the NXT Women's Championship. But in the end, Raquel Gonzalez will be walking away and still the NXT Women's Champion. Now, the main event of the evening. Well, before I get into that, we do have the NXT North American Championship debacle that's been going on. Dexter Lumis and Johnny Gargano really just messing with the new NXT North American Champion, stealing his title. So they're going to be going through, I guess, a haunted house or something like that tonight. We don't know. Probably one of those cinematic things, but I definitely think it'll be fun to see Dexter Lumis, Johnny Gargano working as a team on Halloween Havoc, or at Halloween Havoc. I think it's going to be an excellent segment. Hopefully one of the best of the night. The main event of the night the NXT Championship match between Tommaso Ciampa and Braun Breaker. This has easily become one of the biggest matches in, I believe, the history of NXT, because it's kind of the past and the present. They really rushed this whole story. From reports that I've been reading and hearing, the Braun Breaker era of NXT will most likely start tonight as Tommaso Ciampa's time starts to dwindle down in NXT, which is a shame because I think he's one of the best today to be in WWE, or not just in WWE, but Tommaso Ciampa is one of the best professional wrestlers we have, period, today. So I think that this match is going to be an excellent match, a sort of passing of the torch type feel. But I do think that Braun Breaker will be leaving tonight as the new NXT champion. Now, where Tommaso Ciampa goes from here, not sure. Where Braun Breaker goes from here, not sure. This new direction of NXT, not sure where it goes from here tonight. But I think Halloween Havoc is going to be a huge event. I said at the beginning of this preview show that everyone's going to be showing up, showing out, because this is the first event since the rebranding of NXT 2.0. So they're trying to make the statement. Everyone's trying to make a name for themselves. But I think tonight, Braun Breaker is going to be the top dog to do that. He's the future of NXT. He's the future of all of WWE. Tonight, I'm predicting Braun Breaker walking away the new NXT champion. So I'm going to start from the bottom, go all the way back to the top real fast. The NXT Tag Team Championship, I'm predicting MSK defeating Imperium. The NXT Women's Championship, Scareway to Hell ladder match, I'm predicting that Toxic Attraction defeats the current champions Io Shirai and Zoe Stark, and Indy and Persia. Now we have the NXT Women's Championship match and the Spin the Wheel Make a Deal match for the NXT Women's Championship, and I'm predicting Raquel Gonzalez will retain over Mandy Rose. In the main event of the evening, the NXT Championship match, Tommaso Ciampa will defend his championship against Braun Breaker, but I believe tonight is the beginning of a new era in NXT. It is the first event of NXT 2.0. Braun Breaker, I predict, to walk away as the new NXT champion. Now, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this preview show. You can see all the social media links at the bottom on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. It's at The Angle Radio. On TikTok and YouTube, it's The Angle Podcast. You can follow me at The Angle Radio tonight on Twitter. I'll be live tweeting the entire event, enjoying the show alongside you. So please throw some comments, throw some feedback. I would love to hear what you think about the show. And I want to thank you all for tuning in. Once again, I'm Joey Karni. This has been the Angle Podcast prediction and preview show for NXT 2.0 Halloween Havoc. It's finally back, Halloween Havoc, only a few short hours away. Enjoy the show, and I will see you when I see you.